Today we're going to be making some NFL playoff predictions. Let me know down below what you think of my predictions, if you agree or disagree, where you do, and what you think the scores of the games are going to be. So, first we're just going to roll here with the 7 and 2 seed. So we have the 7 seed Broncos visiting the 2 seed Bills. I think this is going to be, I would say, fairly a blowout game in favor of the Bills. I think the Bills are going to probably put up 30, 35 points, and I think the Broncos are only going to put up 10 to 15, maybe 20. But I think it's going to be a fairly easy game for Buffalo here. Moving on to the 6 and 3 seed Steelers visiting the Ravens. Again, I'm going to take the home team Ravens. The Steelers have been playing pretty terrible over the last month. I mean, they're sputtering. Their offense looks terrible, and I think the Ravens' offense is uh, just a straight powerhouse. And I don't think they're going to be able to handle pretty much anything that the Ravens are going to hand at them. I think Derrick Henry, all those guys. I don't know if Zay Flowers is going to be back. It sounds that he's not, but probably 28-20, somewhere around that range, in favor of the Ravens. Now, this is probably one of the most exciting games I think that's going to be playing this wild card weekend. The number 5 seed Chargers visiting the number 4 seed Texans, and I'm going to go and pick the Chargers in this one. And the reason I'm picking the Chargers is I trust Justin Herbert and Harbaugh more than I trust CJ Stroud. I really loved the Texans last year. I was rooting for them for a while, but this year they don't look different. Like, they look completely different. They do not look remotely like they did last year. I know they've had some injuries to Tank Dell and Stephon Diggs, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So I'm going to take the Chargers there. First away team that I have winning in the wild card. I'm going to say this is going to be probably a 30 to 40 point game for both teams, respectively. I think it'll be like probably 42-35, 42-30, around that range. But I think it'll be a good game, but I do think the Chargers are going to pull it out. Now we're going to move on to the NFC wildcard games. The 7 seed Packers visiting the 2 seed Eagles. This one is also going to be a really good game. Very tough place to play. Philadelphia for the Packers. Going to be probably fairly cold. Packers are obviously used to it. Eagles are obviously used to it. As much as I want to give the Packers and their fans some hope, I'm sorry, but the Eagles, if Jalen Hurts clears concussion protocol, I know he's still in there. I've heard all about that he's still in concussion protocol as of January 6th. January 7th now for East Coast. If he clears it, I have the Eagles winning. If he does not clear and he doesn't play, I have the Packers winning, obviously. But I'm going to assume that he's going to clear it by... I don't remember when they play, but... So they play Sunday, so they play in 5 days. I think he should be able to clear it in that time. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the Eagles to win that one. I do think it'll be a fairly close game. But I still have the Eagles pulling out. The Eagles have looked really good this year. Obviously, Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, all those guys. A powerhouse offense and a powerhouse team in the NFC. The number 6 and 3 seed Commanders and Bucks. I'm a big fan of Jaden Daniels. I'm a big LSU lover, so I love Jaden Daniels. But I'm also a really big Baker Mayfield fan. So, but all biases aside, this is also going to be a really good game. I think this is going to be. I think this one could be more low scoring, like 20s, maybe low 20s, maybe mid 20s. I don't think it'll go higher than that. They're going to be playing in Tampa. So, that it all depends on the weather there. I don't know if it's going to be windy, rainy, sunny, warm, cold. But oh man, this is a tough one. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna choose the Commanders, and for one reason only. Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin look like the dynamic duo in the NFL of the future. They look so amazing together. I love watching them connect, and I think they're going to go into Tampa and they're going to absolutely upset the Buccaneers. I think it'll be a close game again. I think I would say I think it's going to be a really high scoring game, this one, actually, thinking about it now. I mean, two pretty decent offenses, two decent defenses. Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna go Commanders. I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be like a 30 to 40 points on each side, maybe low 30s. But we'll say 35-25 Commanders. I think that's what it's gonna be. But it's not gonna be like a super far apart, not close 35-25. I think it'll be 35-25. Bucks are driving down to try and get a touchdown or field goal, and then it's turned down or turned over, and then the clock is run out. So I don't think it'll be like a super boring 10-point difference. Here we go. Now we have the 5 seed Vikings and the 4 seed Rams. I'm a Seahawks fan, so I have dear hatred towards the Rams. But then again, we lost to the Vikings this year. But all biases aside, I think the Vikings are going to win. um, I was really watching that, I think, a Sunday night football game between the Lions and the Vikings, because the loser was the 5 seed, the winner was the 1 seed. Obviously, the Lions won, they're the 1 seed. I think either team would be beating the Rams. I don't think the Rams are really that geared for the playoffs. NFC West was really weak this year. The Niners, Cardinals, Seahawks, Rams, pretty mediocre all across the board there. I do think the Rams do have some upside, obviously, with Kyron Williams, Buka Nakua, but I don't like it. The Vikings, if Sam Darnold does not play like he did against the Lions, they will win. If he does, I think it could go either way. It could be a toss-up, so I guess that really all comes down to that. I don't think Sam Darnold has to play like Mahomes, but he can't play like Jet Sam Darnold either. So, I think this one will be like probably high 20s, low 30s point game. But I could also see it being a low scoring game, like 10, 15, 20 points, maybe. I'm gonna give 2 scores for this one. I think if it's a low scoring game, it's gonna be like 18, 14. And if it's a high scoring game, I'm gonna go 31-28. that is going to conclude my 2024 wild card predictions. I'm going to continue predicting through the divisional, the conference finals, and obviously the Super Bowl. I'm pretty confident in my picks as they are right now. I think, they're pretty educated. I have good reasons for them. Please let me know down below if you agree, if you disagree, what you disagree with, what you agree with. Let me know what fan base you're a fan of, what team, and pretty much that. Yeah, please follow my socials. I have Twitch and YouTube linked in my TikTok bio. I would really appreciate any activity on those. If you're just gonna go check it out for a second, I got other content, gaming, sports, all that stuff on there. I'm trying to make content every other day. I try every day, but thank you. Enjoy the playoffs.